0, 2, 0, 1, minus 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, minus 3, 0, and then 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, so the fourth row becomes 0. Now we try to convert this matrix. If you want to solve this matrix, you have to convert this matrix into a row echelon form. Okay, and I already explained that how to convert any matrix into a row echelon form. You have to just keep in mind all the conditions to become a row echelon form, right? The first leading entry is 1, minus 1, and then we multiply first row with 1 and add into the second row, because first leading entry in the first row is minus 1. Below that leading entry you have only one non-zero element, that is 1, right? So just make that non-zero element become 0. Other are already 0. You can see in first column below that minus 1 only the 1 is a non-zero element. Below that 1 both have 0, right? So you don't need to make 0, already there are 0. So just multiply first row with 1 and add into the second row. So the first row is as it is, minus 1, 0, 2, 0. Third and fourth row are also as it is, only the changes in the second row. So here is the process. We multiply first row with minus 1 and add into the second row. So minus 1, 0, 2, 0. The second row become, you can understand from this matrix, 1, minus 1, 0. Just add the first and second row. 1, minus 1, 0, right? Minus 1 plus 0, that is minus 1, 1 plus 2, that is 3, and then 0. So minus 1, 3, 0. Other all elements are same you have. Okay, now next, now you have leading entry in first row, and below that leading entry already 0. You have leading entry in second row, below that leading entry you have to make 0. So that's why we multiply second row with 1 and add into the third row. So second row is 0, 1, minus 0, 1, minus 1, 3, 0. The third row become 0, because you can see whenever we multiply second row with 1 and add into the third row becomes 0, 0, 0, 0, right? So from this matrix you will get minus x1 plus 2x2, sorry, minus x1 plus 2x3 is equal to 0, minus x2 plus 3x3 is equal to 0. Okay, and you have leading entry in first column and second column. Third and fourth column you don't have leading entry, so that's why we suppose x3 is equal to k and x4 is equal to s. Okay, third and fourth column we don't have leading entry. In the first column we have leading entry, in the second column we have leading entry, third and fourth column we don't have any leading entry, so that's why we take x3 is equal to k and x4 is equal to s. And corresponding to this two value you will get x2 and x1, that is x2 is equal to 3k and x1 is equal to 2k. Just put that value k and s in the previous equations, so you will get x2 is equal to 3k and x1 is equal to 2k. So you will get two eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 1. You will get two eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 1. Okay, that is first eigenvector is see the coefficients of k first of all in all the coordinates x1, x2, x3, x4, right? Coefficients of k, that is 2, 3, 1, 0. So that's why 2, 3, 1, 0 are our eigenvector. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 0. And then just try to see the coefficients of s in all the coordinates, that is 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, so these two are eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 1. Now next is we find eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to minus 1. So just try to put minus 1 in this equation, in equation 1. You can see on the screen, in equation 1 we have to put lambda is equal to minus 1. So that's why we get 1, 0, 2, 0. First row is 1, 0, 2, 0. You can see 1, 0, 2, 0. Then 1, 1, 1, 0. So 1, 1, 1, 0. Then 0, 1, minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1. So 0, 1, minus 1, 0, and then 0, 0, 0, 2. So when lambda is equal to minus 1, equation 1 become 1 0 2 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 minus 1 0 and then 0 0 0 2 into x1 x2 x3 x4, that is equal to 0 0 0 0. Now again we have to convert this matrix into a row echelon form. So that's why we multiply first row with minus 1 and add into the second row. So 1 0 2 0, second row become 0 1 minus 1 0. Okay, second row becomes 0 1 minus 1 0. Third row and fourth row are as it is. So just changes are in the second row, right? Now we have in first column we have leading entry, below that leading entry now already we have 0. Now second row we have leading entry 1, below that leading entry we have to make 0, right? So that's why we multiply second row with minus 1 and add into the third row. So next process is we multiply second row with 1 and add into the third row. So the first second row are as it is, just make changes in the third row 0 0 0 0, you will get 0, because see whenever we multiply second row with minus 1 and add into the third row, the third row becomes 0. Okay, so that's why the third row becomes 0 and the fourth row is already as it is 0 0 0 2. So now we have leading entry. Actually we have to convert this third row and fourth row, we have to interchange, because there is a condition to become a row echelon form, that is if there is any 0 row, that should be a bottom of the matrix, right? So we have to actually, the next process is we have to interchange the third and fourth row, right? So that matrix is become row echelon form. This matrix is actually not in row echelon form, but you can solve from this matrix. You can solve x1 x2 x3 x4 from this matrix definitely, right? But if you want to convert this matrix into row echelon form, you have to, next process is you have to convert R3 4, that means you have to interchange third and fourth row, right? So x1 plus 2 x3 is equal to 0. From this matrix you will get equation x1 plus 2 x3 is equal to 0, x2 minus x3 is equal to 0 and 2 x4 is equal to 0. So first column you have leading entry, second column you have leading entry, and fourth column you have leading entry. Third column you don't have leading entry, so that's why we take x3 is equal to k, and corresponding to x3 is equal to k, you will get x2 is equal to k and x1 is equal to minus 2k. So minus 2 1 1 0, corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda is equal to minus 1. Okay, now we get two eigenvectors 2 3 1 0 and 0 0 0 1, corresponding to lambda is equal to 1. Now when lambda is equal to 2, put equation lambda is equal to minus 2, equation 1 become, see lambda is equal to minus 2 in this equation, put lambda is equal to minus 2 in this equation, you will get 2 0 2 0 2 0 2 0. The second row is 1 2 1 0, the second row is C, put in this equation 2. Okay, put this equation in first equation minus 2. So the first row is 2 0 2 0, second row is 1 2 1 0, then 0 1 0 0 and then 0 0 minus 1. So here is the matrix 2 0 2 0 1 2 1 0 0 1 0 0 0 0 0 3. Okay, not minus 1 but it 3. Okay, so now again we have to convert this matrix into row echelon form if you want to find the eigenvector. So that's why we are doing some processes. We multiply first row with minus 1 by 2 and add into the second row. The first row is as it is, second row become 0, because actually you have to multiply first row with minus 1 by 2 and add into the second row, that will become 1 minus 2 into 1 by 2, right? The first element is 1, so 1 minus 2 into 1 by 2, so that's why 0. Then 2 is as it is, 0, 1 minus, again 1 minus 2 into 1 by 2, that will become 0 into 0, right? So you can try to understand very easily, just a numerical illustration. So first row is as it is, 2 0 2 0, okay, 0 2 0 0. The third row and fourth row are as it is, 0 1 0 0 and fourth row is 0 0 0 3. Now Next process is we multiply second row with minus 1 by 2 and add into the third row. So first and second row are as it is, third row becomes 0 0 0 0 and the fourth row becomes 0 0 0 3, and next process is just you have to interchange third and fourth row. So that's why 2x1 plus 2x3 is equal to 0, 2x2 is equal to 0 and 3x4 is equal to 0. So let x3 is equal to k and x1 is equal to minus k. Okay, because in third column we don't have leading entry, so that's why we take x3 is equal to k and x1. So from x3 is equal to k, x1 is equal to minus k. So eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to minus 2 is minus 1 0 1 0. Okay, so hence the basis for the eigenspaces of the matrix A are 2 3 1 0 0 0 0 1, minus 2 1 1 0 and minus 1 0 1 0. Okay, so here is the complete this questions. Next question, find a matrix P that diagonalizes A and determine P inverse AP, where A is equal to 2 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 2. Now here is another method to find characteristic equation of A, that is lambda cube minus s1 lambda square plus s2 lambda minus determinant is equal to 0. Here s1 is equal to trace of A. Trace of A means just sum of the main diagonal elements, that is 2 plus 2 plus 2. You can see from the matrix what is our main diagonal elements, 2 2 2. So just sum of the main diagonal elements, that is our trace of A, 2 plus 2 plus 2, that is equal to 6. Okay, s2 is what, sum of minors of the diagonal elements of A, sum of minors of the diagonal elements of A. Now minors means what and main diagonal elements, that is 2 2 2. So first of all try to find minor of the first element 2, that is remove that column and row from that matrix, whatever the left out elements, that is our minor in determinant, that sum of the minor of the diagonal elements of 2. So first of all the minor of 2 is 2 minus 1 1 minus 1 2. The second main diagonal element, that is 2, the minor of that element 2, that is also minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 2. Okay, so all of the three determinant are same, that is equal to 3 plus 3 plus 3, so 9. So s2 is equal to 9 you get. Now s3 sorry, not s3 but determinant of A. So I know that how to find determinant of A, that you should know. So here is the determinant of A, that is from this matrix 2 into 4 minus 1 plus 1 into minus 2 minus 1 minus 1 into 1 plus 2. So that is quite easy, right, to explain. So determinant of A is 6 minus 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. The characteristic equation of A is lambda cube minus 6 lambda square plus 9 lambda is equal to 0. So lambda into lambda minus 3 square, that is equal to 0. So the eigenvalue of A are 0 3 3. Now again the eigenvector x corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda is given by the matrix A minus lambda into x is equal to 0. So that is 2 minus lambda minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 2 minus lambda minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 2 minus lambda into x1 x2 x3, that is equal to 0 0 0. In this matrix you have to put first of all 0, right, instead of lambda. So that's why you will get matrix 2 minus 1 minus. If you want to find the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 0, right, because we have three eigenvalues 0 3 3. So first of all we have to find eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 0. So that's why I put lambda is equal to 0 in this equation. So you will get 2 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 2 minus 1, right, 2 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 2 minus 1 and minus 1 minus 1 2. Now convert this matrix into a row echelon form. So we can solve x1 x2 x3. We just interchange r12, right. So we interchanging first and second row. So elements are same but just interchanging first and second row. So first row become now minus 1 2 minus 1, second row is 2 minus 1 minus 1, third row is as it is. Now next process is we multiply first row with 2 and add into the second row. So the minus 1 2 minus 1, first row is as it is, second row is 0 3 minus 3 and the next process is we multiply first row with -1 and add it to the third row. So third row becomes 0 minus 3 3. Okay, and the next process, whenever we multiply second row with 1 and add into the third row becomes 0. Okay, because you can see in second row and third row are actually linearly dependent. Just whenever we multiply -1 with second row, that will become third row. So whenever we multiply second row with -1 and add into the third row become 0. So here is the process: r2 3 -1 -1 2 -1 0 3 minus 3 0 0 0. So that's why we get these two equations: minus x1 plus 2x2 minus x3 is equal to 0, 3x1 minus 3x3 is equal to 0. So let x3 is equal to k. That x3 is equal to k, because third column we don't have leading entry, so that's why x3 is equal to k. So x2 is equal to k and x1 is equal to k, as the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 1 is 1 1 1. Now when lambda is equal to 3, equation 1 become. Now next we have to find eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 3. Okay, so just put lambda is equal to 3 in this equation. Equation 1, put lambda is equal to 3. So that's why the first row become -1 -1 -1, second row become -1 -1 -1, third row is also -1 -1 -1. So all three rows have same elements, -1 -1 -1. Okay, so it's quite easy. Whenever you multiply first row with -1 and add into the second and third row, the second and third row become 0. Here is the process is: we multiply first row with 2 and add into the second and third row. So not 2, but we multiply first row with 1. Here is the mistake, but we multiply first row with -1 and add into the second and third row, that will become 0 row. So minus x1 minus x2 minus x3 is equal to 0. So second and third column we don't have leading entry, so that's why we take x2 is equal to k and x3 is equal to t. Corresponding to the value of x2 and x3, you will get a value of x1, that is x1 is equal to minus k minus t. Hence the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 3 are -1 1 0 and -1 0 1. Put all the eigenvector as a column in the given matrix P. So you will get P is equal to, the first column is exactly the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 0, that is 1 1 0, and the second and third column are the eigenvector corresponding to lambda is equal to 3, that is -1 1 0 and -1 0 -1, and the P inverse AP. Right, we just write down directly P inverse AP, that is in main diagonal we have eigenvalue and other all elements